tell us your name and who you are, where you're from.
All right, my name is Adam1. I'm from Seattle, Washington. I'm an artist and a designer.
Awesome. So when you say artist and designer, what have you been doing in that world?
Well, mainly I've been working freelance art with a couple of independent contractors, and on the side, just been making as much like fine art illustration work as I possibly can, and a couple of other projects as well.
Awesome. So how long have you been in Seattle?
For about 4 years now. I moved out here for a job, actually, from Detroit, Michigan.
Awesome. So what did you do when you first moved out here?
I worked in the beer industry, and I was designing beer tap handles, which was pretty fun for a while, but the repetitive nature of the job and the 9 to 5 crunch kind of came in on me eventually after a couple of years, and I decided to kind of ask for more and break out of that world, you know?
Awesome. So when you broke out of that world, did you find it to be a challenge or rewarding? Or?
Both of those things, yeah. I mean, it was a huge challenge because everyone kind of tells you you're crazy and to not do that, you know? Everyone kind of projects their insecurities onto you and makes you really doubt this scary decision you're about to make. But I think that it was equally rewarding, and once you finally make it, you find that things really work out, and things that come out of nowhere when you need them, and that it's actually the most rewarding path that you could take. At least in my own life, it has been.
So what do you find to be one of the bigger challenges when you stepped away from the 9 to 5? What was the biggest challenge you faced immediately?
I suppose just staying focused and being really truthful with yourself. The biggest problem is, where's the money coming from, and how am I gonna eat? How am I gonna stay alive? And in order to really handle that problem, you have to work hard every day. You have to take care of your responsibilities when they come, and not procrastinate, not put things behind. That was the hardest part, the self-discipline of it all, you know, being my own boss and creating my own sort of fatherly figure in my head that tells me what I need to do and when I need to do it, and to do it as best I can.
So when you first broke away and you got into doing your own kind of creative adventures, what was it like kind of getting into the community of artists here in Seattle?
Well, Seattle's been really friendly. Everyone is really close, and everyone knows one another. They're all very inviting and nice, and it's been really great for that, you know. But I think that, you know, a lot of it has also just been working in my own personal time and creating as much as I can so that I'm worthy of people having me around.
So what did you find to be, when getting into the art scene, what was one of the bigger challenges of kind of breaking into that scene?
I guess personal exposure, for sure, and how to get yourself out there, how to market yourself, how to appeal to people, and to get your artwork in front of people's eyes. Galleries are a lot of fun, but you know, it's really a limited amount of people who see it and stuff, so that you have to try really hard to bring your work to the people.
So as an artist, what kind of avenues are you utilizing right now to kind of get your art out in front of people?
Right, I think the best is online marketing these days. I mean, there's a lot of websites that people can use to post pictures of their work and try and attract like-minded individuals to what they're doing and who like it and who appreciate it. And then also thinking of alternative ways to to create artwork instead of just creating artwork that hangs on a wall in one gallery. For instance, I have a project that is a deck of playing cards, and that's going to be a different way to sort of package my artwork in a more accessible manner to a higher number of people, you know. So it's a bit of self-marketing.
Awesome. And you're talking about you had kind of said that you look for different ways to kind of expose people to your art. I noticed that in the loft, the building that you live in, that there's kind of an installation on the on the roof. What was that all about?
Right. Yeah. So I mean, that's definitely just a way to sort of impress my philosophy onto the city. You know, create your own reality is like just an empowering statement that can be interpreted however anyone wants to interpret it. So it's kind of like a gift, you know. And I didn't put any like advertising or subtext on it to sort of steer it towards my own intention. It's sort of just like a free fire for people to gather around, I think. And it does expose me in a way, but also in a way I'm kind of like hiding behind it because I'm not seeking exposure through at least that project. Yeah.
So where did that idea, that philosophy, where did it come from?
I suppose like maybe, you know, that's a good question. It's maybe it's been with me my entire life. Maybe I picked it up in my studies of, you know, the universe, what the world is, trying to figure out what this experience is, learning as much as I can about humanity and what humanity has known and what humanity believes. But I think that it's kind of just been there with me always, you know, like the need to deny what everybody tells you and do something for yourself, I think, is in everybody. It's that call to action. It's that call to independence or something. And that's kind of what it is. Like, let go of all that shit and just do you, you know, and that's going to be the most powerful that you can find yourself. That's going to be the best position you can find yourself in.
When you created that kind of that slogan, was that a motivation to kind of break away from that 9 to 5? Was that something that it kind of, you know, allowed you to like push you towards this lifestyle?
Actually, yeah, you know, I had some other slogans in the past that was like make things better or the whole wide world, and those were really good and really positive, but the create your own reality came like at the exact same time that I left my job and my 9 to 5. I started doing it maybe like 2 months before I left, and that was like the amount of time I gave them heads up that I was going. So it was really interesting that phrase showed up right when it did. And I did use it as a vessel to move myself, to actuate myself out of the position that I was in and into something more aligned to my needs and wants.